The To Be Determined Show live Wednesday nights, 9 Central Standard Time. Join myself, the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, and the Magic City Monroe, Fast Eddie Layne, as we take you to the edge of uncensored. Yes, we go uncensored, so make sure you have your earmuffs. Ask your parents, for those of you that are a little young, maybe under 18, but make sure if you have any heart conditions or any mental defects, please listen, because they may take effect right here, live, every Wednesday night, 9 Central Standard Time. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com.
The views and opinions expressed by the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, are of my own and no one else, nor do they reflect Beyond Ringside. So, ladies and gentlemen, due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the To Be Determined Show, Beyond Ringside Radio Network.com, Beyond Ringside. We are live. This is not a podcast. This is a BeyondCast. Tonight, I'm your host, the Oracle of Ominous, the Architect of Intellect. Joining me is the host of Beyond Ringside, my executive producer extraordinaire, Fast Eddie Layne. Eddie, how you doing tonight, sir?
It's been a really good day. I've enjoyed it. Just got through watching Tribute for the Troops, the second hour of Tribute for the Troops a minute ago, and enjoy the show.
I totally missed out on that. I saw part of Super SmackDown, the live edition last night, so that was my fill for the entire month. I know the Royal Rumble's coming up in January, but, it is what it is. Let's just, maybe Sting will show up, maybe he won't. I'm sure there'll be a few surprises here or there for the Royal Rumble match itself. Now tonight.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. No.
Honestly, even with the ups and downs that have occurred over the last week and a half, it has been a good time to be a wrestling fan as well as a WWE fan. Because with everything happening from Ring of Honor, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Raw, SmackDown, NXT TakeOver, Final Battle, you name it. There has been something for almost everyone. And not to mention all the stuff happening with New Japan. And then you've got some other stuff like Lucha Underground. I wish I could see. Trust me, I want to see this. It's over the last 2 weeks in particular. Wrestling fans, if you don't genuinely get it, this has been a great Christmas season to be a wrestling fan.
Isn't it always a great season to be a wrestling fan? Halloween, that was a great time to be a wrestling fan. July 4th, that was a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Amen.
But tonight we're going to do something. This is our last show of 2014. Yes, 2014 has come and gone. The To Be Determined Show is going to end it with a bang. First of all, we want to give our prayers, thoughts, and positive vibes to the Grand Design Clyde Braddock, usually co-host of the show. He is suffering from the flu. He had to cancel his bookings this weekend on his birthday. So, if Clyde's canceling a wrestling booking, he's sick.
Yeah, buddy.
But we're going to do something a little different this year. We kind of half-assed did this last year. But we are doing our 2014 Southeastern Independent Wrestling Awards tonight. I'm going to go through some of the categories. Best Babyface, Best Heel, Best Manager, Best Female Wrestler, Best Tag Team, Rookie of the Year, Most Underrated, Best Promotion, Event of the Year, Best Moment, and Fan of the Year. So we're going to have a little back and forth. We're going to discuss some of these people that we have. We're going to give several nominations, and then we will crown a winner tonight, live, right here on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com. You can also check us out on several other entities, but we hope that you're going straight through the BeyondRingside.com. The chat room is open. I'm not in there, but I assume it's open.
It should be.
Okay, well,
Sorry, I was killing hash browns.
I thought you were killing time.
No, that'd be Clint Black.
How's that song go, Eddie?
This killing time is killing me.
That's the only line from that song I know. I know the song.
I used to sing it. I used to sing it for karaoke all the time back in the 90s.
At Killing Time.
At killing time.
No.
So how's your year been this year for karaoke, sir?
Since
you run Alabama's karaoke pretty much.
Well, not as much as I used to, and I'm straight shoot. It's been a little bit of a slow year because of a number of different things. Because a lot of people genuinely realize and appreciate the fact that the economy in Alabama has been a little bit slow this year. And you know that we have a mutual friend who is a DJ at a certain place in Birmingham, Homewood, where the Angels fly. And he always said that as goes that particular establishment, normally goes the rest of the metro and central Alabama area. Well, they've been a little bit off in their business this year, and a lot of other traditional nightclubs and sports bars have been off in their business too this year. So you've got some that have actually opted away from live bands, karaoke, and DJs, going with more of a grassroots approach. And then you've got, and this is the part that I'm just going to sit back and shoot for a second. This part pisses me off when you've got illiterate dweebs who do nothing more than get a dime store sound system and go download a hard drive off the internet and will go around and cut everybody else's price and throats. So it's like, look, yeah, you get what you pay for.
Wait a minute, who the fuck are you talking about?
You should have unput it on them, first of all. This is the
Who is it? Who is this?
There's see, I'm not even going to dignify a lot of these people or most of them by saying their names.
Who are you talking about else that does it?
There are some other in the central Alabama area, especially in Metro Birmingham, Jefferson, Shelby County. There are some people that I know that instead of doing things the right way, as far as real business goes, they go through the torrent sites, they download stuff, they'll turn around, go from there. It's like, hey man, you got a copy of this song? Yeah, I paid for it. Get your own. Unless it's somebody that I know that runs a legit business and it's like, okay, fine. Look, I've got a show coming up this week. I don't have enough time to get the disc in, and this particular company doesn't let me do digital downloads. So if you can let me get this, I've got this in return. And as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and I'll get the disc in and I'll erase the illegal stuff. But yeah, business ethics have gone to hell in a handbasket with little green wheels and red hubcaps.
That sounds tacky as fuck.
Well, we all know somebody. We all know, not just in the entertainment industry, but also in the wrestling business. There's some people who operate, who their ethics aren't the greatest in the world.
Polly.
Not. That's actually the last person I was thinking about. There's a couple in Alabama.
I was just thinking he rips off his whole gimmick, and he's just an asshole. But yeah.
Well, Mike Jackson has terrible work ethic as well. So
and hygiene.
Oh dear God, washing his balls in the sink. I'm just. Anyways, so tonight, 2014 Southeastern Independent Wrestling Awards. We're also going to be talking about December 27th, Pell City, Alabama, Seasons Beatings for Global Championship Wrestling, and of course the match that everybody has been talking about, the tag team match. Mad Dog Dan Sawyer, Josh Will Hagen, the 5-Star Fight Club against the Sevenfold Saints. The Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, Steven Styles, with me in their corner. So, I think there's also a ladder match or something. I haven't seen much posted about it.
I've heard a little bit about a possible ladder match in the works, but I haven't heard anything whether or not it's been actually signed or not.
Is it signed? I don't know if it's been signed or not. Commish?
It's been signed. It's official.
That's probably the most viewed YouTube page up there right now. I'm sure you have about 1,000 views on your page, sir, for that.
We're actually hoping to get more because, and for everybody listening live and on replay, if you get a chance to check out gcwpro.com, because we've got the video posted through there. We've got it on the Facebook Friends page, fan page, Twitter account, MySpace, the event page, and I've probably about 2 or 3 other sites that I did in a semi-comatose stupor.
I'm sure you have. That is the most shared and posted video I've ever fucking seen in GCW's goddamn history. I swear to fucking God. Jesus goddamn Christ. Mike Cruz defending the middleweight title against Spiral. God damn it. There it is. That's the last time I'm going to fucking say anything about it. It's happening. That's going to be the main event, as it should be. It's not too often that another title takes precedence, or another match should take precedence over your heavyweight title. But AJ still will be defending it against Micah Taylor. And the women's title is on the line. The Island Girl, should be the Island Woman by now, Tracy Taylor, against the Bullet Babe, Miss Amber O'Neal Gallows. So,
and, for me, it's like this. Over the last year, especially working with Global, we have seen different outings and different shows to where different championships have been in the main event. It hasn't always just been about the primary heavyweight title. I've seen the tag team title in the main event. I've seen the women's title in the semi-main. I've seen the cruiserweight title, or middleweight title. I'm sorry. I'll get killed for that later. The middleweight title in the main event, as well as the heavyweight title. So all 4 championships have been a part of either a main event or a double, triple main event over the course of the year. And on December 27th, when you've got 4 out of the 5 championships being defended, and the only reason why that 5th one's not being defended is because the person who holds that belt is actually one half of the tag team champions.
Well, that won't last much longer, I promise you that.
Well, here's the kick in the crotch. And before I go any further, real quick, Sudbury Boy, glad to see you in the chat room this evening. Great to have you on board. And to everybody who's listening live, if you're sitting at your computer, don't forget, chat room is very much open. I'm monitoring it tonight. And like I said, if you've got comments, questions, statements you'd like to throw out there about the week that was or the week that is right now in pro wrestling, we'd love to hear you. And things going on in your neck of the woods, in your cities and towns, please let us know. Love to find out about it. But as far as it goes, yeah, you've got that situation where not only do O'Hagan and Sawyer hold the tag titles, but Sawyer is also the Southeast Regional Champion. And from that vantage point, with O'Hagan having won the right to be classified as the number 1 contender for the title, you got to think, no matter how good of friends and compadres and tag team partners they may be, you still got to take into consideration there may be a little bit of a question here and there. Because Sawyer's got to wonder, it's like, look, granted, we're tag champions, but I'm also the singles champ in this regard, and you're the number 1 contender for that belt. I gotta know we're on the same page. I mean, I'm not trying to stir anything up. You know me better than that. I'm just looking at it from a linear, logical point of view as it pertains to the upcoming show, the 27th.
Sounds like you're making excuses.
I am not.
From a medical standpoint, has Joshua O'Hagan been cleared from that massive head injury he received when Clyde Braddock and Steven Styles picked him up and threw him 12 stories?
Clyde threw him himself because Steven hit him with that nasty ass knee that Steven's been using. Clyde just yanked his ass up. I said toss him out, and Clyde said okay. I didn't mean to goddamn throw him into the fucking 4th row. Those kids, every one of them, all 30 of them in their masks, jumped back.
And I mean, his head was even bigger than it normally is after that. I mean, oh.
He like one of those Pops bobbleheads.
Oh,
I'm thinking about putting him on the.
I did worry about him.
I'm thinking about putting him on the DeLorean for the Back to the Future little thing that they're selling.
Also, real quick, just saw Daryl B in the chat room this evening. Daryl B, glad to have you back in the chat.
Yes, from overseas, across the pond, as they say in the redneck section of the woods. Just killing time.
Sudbury just asked me, are you pre-selling a 2015 match, Eddie? It's like, no, not yet. I'm really not. I'm just, because of the magnitude of the situation. And let me go ahead and say it like this.
He's making excuses. That's what it is.
I have a world of respect for Clyde Braddock and Steven Styles, the Sevenfold Saints. Everybody knows the amount of respect that I have for my tag team partner on Beyond Ringside Live, the man who hosts this product and allows me to be the co-host and producer, the Wicked Nemesis. And I know that the Sevenfold Saints are hungry. There is one thing in particular on a multifaceted level that the Wicked Nemesis instills in the people that he works with. Drive, desire, intensity, focus, determination, and hunger.
Well, we are hungry like a wolf.
I was going to say that. I was going to sing it.
I was going to not say it.
I'm hungry like a wolf.
And I know And I have a world of respect for Mad Dog Dan Sawyer. And everybody knows the amount of respect that I have for O'Hagan. As professionals, they are true, genuine professionals 7 days a week. They've made great champions, tag team and single. But I have to know, not only as commissioner, but also as a fan. I want to know that when that bell rings, all 4 competitors, and let's not forget that the 5-Star Fight Club will be escorted to ringside that evening by Calm Like a Bomb Pandora.
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I think everybody forgot about that. Like, nobody gives a shit about her anymore at GCW. Other places, yeah, GCW, nobody gives a shit about Pandora.
And of course, Sudbury just said, did Eddie just channel Cena? But I know for a fact, and I have all the expectations in the world, and I have all the outlook in the world, that it's going to be a hell of a tag team match next Saturday night. December 27th, it's going to be a fight. It ain't going to be a wrestling match. It's going to be a flat-out fight.
Well, they are the 2 most decorated wrestlers in GCW history, so... And you're going against the most decorated wrestler in Georgia today, Clyde Braddock, and who some people consider the most improved wrestler of the year in Steven Styles. So it's going to be something. And, of course, once again, thankfully, Georgia Wrestling History has put myself up for Manager of the Year with Reverend Dan, Jeff Bailey, who has won that award for the last 5 years, and the Sevenfold Saints up for Georgia Tag Team of the Year, too.
Nice.
Fuck, yes, that's nice.
Yes.
It was posted December 9th. Stephen Platinum posted up some of his nominations, and I just saw it today. So that hence my Facebook status of me giving him thanks and the kind words, because we all know Stephen Platinum only says what he means and means what he says.
Read the report. You'll see.
Yeah,
that.
read the report. Jesus Christ, he starts off shooting just from the beginning.
Yes.
So he had his guns loaded as soon as he wrote that post. So that meant a lot, for him to put me over. And he was exactly right. I asked nothing but perfection. I told Clyde Braddock last year, or the very beginning of this year, when he joined the Unlucky Charms, I told him, I was like, hey, you may not like me as a manager because I asked for nothing but your best, plain and simple. And he has given his best. Jesus Christ, that guy has given his best.
That was the catalyst, I believe, that,
well,
the reason why he's doing as well as he is today.
Yeah, so speedy recovery for Clyde, because he is we are booked solid all the way through May now. Through the fourth week in May now.
What'd you do? Take lessons from Chiazzo?
Jesus Christ, no! It just I got on one event and everybody just wanted to book. And I have to give a big shout out to Shane Knowles too. Because Shane Knowles giving us an opportunity and giving me an opportunity to be myself, especially even though Rick Michaels doesn't want to give me a fucking microphone. That is the stupidest goddamn shit I think I've heard. I don't fucking need a microphone because my voice is so loud that I don't need it, and I get my point across at ringside, and I can cut 15 promos.
And cause a riot just as easily.
Yes. So maybe that's his reasoning behind it, but when you hear Ace Haven come over there and stumble through a fucking promo, I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm. Pro South having their 6th anniversary show too, so Congratulations.
Yeah, that's going to be this coming Friday night, Piedmont, Alabama, 627 Southern Avenue. The man you just mentioned, Ace Haven, who is also the Georgia Junior Heavyweight Champion, will be competing in a ladder match for the Pro South All Out Championship. And not to mention the fact we had him, Donnie Primetime, who's going to be taking on Damian Seratone for the Pro South Heavyweight Championship, as well as we had Gene Jackson on, who'll be managing in a couple of different matches.
Oh, he'll be valeting. Don't fucking say that. That guy's far from a manager. He's a fucking piece of shit. He is a mark that is a valet. So I put him in the same regard with Paul Lee. The only problem is I haven't got my hands to beat the fuck out of him like I did Paul Lee. So ask Amos about that right hand.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. I don't give a fuck. I saw Gene Jackson and I was like, yep. That is that is how you kill a show very quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily you were on, because had it been somewhere else, I would have probably called in and took a shit on him. give a fuck. Angie's up here like, oh my God. You know how I feel about that piece of shit, that fat fuck. He can suck my, well, no, he can't, but fuck him. Fuck Gene Jackson. You heard it right here. So, on to our awards. We're taking nominations for Best Babyface. Eddie, who do you think has been the best babyface in the Southeast this year?
Me.
What about that heel turn last year?
That was last year, not this year.
Oh, I didn't know if like that ever happened or if we're kayfabing that.
Kind of like season 5 of Dallas. Wake up, Victoria Principal wakes up and Bobby's in the freaking shower. It never freaking happened.
Hey.
It happened. I was at that event, Eddie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did.
And I've always made the statement, and Wick gets a chuckle out of this, and I think you've heard me say it before too, before as well, Angie. Heel by birth, babyface by bad casting. But
I know Cosper does a pretty good heel.
Cosper is coming along very nicely behind the microphone. I'm sure you had a chance to watch the match with Cruz and Spiral from the previous show in Pell City, and Cosper was a lot of fun to work with.
He's a heel in real life, too. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, pretty much.
and never buy an iPhone from somebody with the same name twice.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Damn, I felt bad for him, but then I was like, you look at that ratchety ass bitch, and fucking I'd have been like, no, I don't trust her with my toenails.
Yeah.
She couldn't paint my toenails, which they are black right now. So, back to basics. Last night I was getting my toenails painted.
Getting your pedicure.
Getting my pedicure. No, she's the only person that's ever been able to touch my feet. So, but Angie, you've seen a lot of wrestling this year. Who do you think? Who would you put nomination for best babyface of the year?
I'm going to have to go with Dylan Cook.
Dylan Cook. That is a very, very strong. He has made his resume. He has packed it in. That kid has been in North Carolina. He has wrestled in Florida. He has wrestled in Alabama, and he will be wrestling in Georgia.
Yes.
On January 3rd as part of the number 1 contender for UIW's U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Or, oh, no, not heavyweight. Jesus Christ, Josh Storm's not a heavyweight. His mask may be, but he has definitely cemented himself this year, and a lot of people are taking notice of Dylan Cook. Personally, for best babyface of the year, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, I have to go with Ace Haven. That's going to be my nomination for this because he has been everywhere, and he finally got his head out his ass, and he is taking a lot of bookings and doing a lot of things, especially over in Georgia. So,
and his baby is a good baby face too.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, yeah. His kid, you would have thought.
Draws.
It reminded me of Mufasa or Simba on The Lion King. Everybody's like holding him up. At Peach State, I was like, Jesus Christ, somebody get that baby some sanitizer. So, one more nomination for Best Babyface. So far, we have Fast Eddie Layne, we have Dylan Cook, and we have Ace Haven. Eddie, another nomination. 4.
It's really kind of hard. Friday, Southeastern area, Friday Eddie.
You stole mine.
That's a great one also.
You stole mine. That's who was going to be my other one, too.
Now, there have been some great matches that take place in companies all around the Southeastern U.S., all the way up in Tennessee. You've got NWA Smoky Mountain. You've got a number of different shows up that way. You've got shows down in Florida. And what's funny is even though he wasn't active for a lot of the year, and it depends on what show he works with as to as to what his personality is. When I was at Vintage about a month and a half ago, the marquee Bruce Santee was just an absolute riot to work with. Even though he wasn't working the show, the guy was absolutely tremendous. And I'm having him on Back to Basics after the first of the year as we're getting ready to do full coverage for Wrestle Brawl 6 from Vintage, which is going to be on the 25th of January down in Orlando, Florida. And this is the thing about it. You really, because of the fact that we know as many people as we do, but we see so many different shows. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there. Why not add Jacoby Boykin to the list?
Yes, let's do that.
I just got cussed, didn't I?
I love Jacoby.
No,
because I was afraid Wicked was going to go, well, let's see, you stole that one out from under me, then I'm going to take Jacoby. No, that son of a bitch just took Jacoby right out from under me, too.
Who would you say, Angie? Who's your other nomination? Yes. Well, mine, of course, is Fry Daddy. That's who I was going to say next. So my
That's
Fry
it.
Daddy has been everywhere. I mean,
We saw his debut at Peach
and
Jam.
he draws and people knew who he was as soon as he come through. He didn't have to cut a promo.
He was
didn't have to say
dancing with
anything.
all the old ladies.
Man, and to see, man, those rebel flag waving toothless motherfuckers out there going crazy
All
for that
over
black
him.
man, all over him. Like women, he had to pull himself away from several people. I'm sure Brooklyn's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna cut you.
She should.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really surprised you didn't bring up Spiral in this regard, because Spiral has been a popular character in Georgia and in Alabama, and before he made the move up to back to Kansas City. When he was working in more than one area, he was all over the place, and you just can't help but cheer him because of what he lays out there in the ring.
That would be my other third episode. Because obviously at GCW, his music hits, people go insane.
They go apeshit.
They do.
Are you talking about Jennifer? Oh, okay.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Okay.
But all the kids are doing is dance, and, you know, he comes out with that mask thing that's really scary to me, but they still love him. And he's, you know, everybody loves him.
So with that being said, your 2014 Southeastern Independent Wrestling Awards Babyface of the Year is, drum roll please. Can we get a drum roll, Eddie? Can I like stall enough time for you to get a drum roll queued up? Do you have one handy by any chance? Fry Daddy. Fry Daddy is your
There you go.
Babyface of the Year.
I was robbed. Bitches, I was robbed.
That's funny. So there you go. Your Babyface of the Year for 2014 as determined by us, and the fact that both of us were going to say Aaron Fry. And
Yeah, pretty much.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
Also,
Aaron Fry. So there you go. Our first winner of the evening.
yay!
He gets a,
No, we're keeping the cans.
well, yeah, we are keeping it. He gets a cigarello.
No, you don't.
Oh, he doesn't get our cigarello either.
That's the last
It's-
one, right?
Yes, limited edition sticky sweets, caramel peach. So there you go. Congratulations to Fry Daddy.
Yes.
So next up, Best Heel of 2014. Angie, your nomination for Best Heel of 2014.
It's hard because the person I have in mind is a babyface at this promotion, but he's a huge heel at GCW, so I'm going to have to say AJ.
AJ Still, that's a
Yes.
good one.
People at GCW just, oh. Well, I think it goes back to their love for Micah Taylor and Underground, and he really pushes buttons with them. So,
Can't even fucking spell it. Do you see that?
how do you spell fitness, by the way?
Fitness.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you.
You spell fitness any way other than EDDIE right now.
But yeah, AJ still will be mine.
AJ Still. Eddie, your nomination for Best Heel of the Year.
I have two, actually. Simon Sermon. I'm sorry, because I'm thinking Simon Sermon because he's supposed to be coming on with us soon.
Simon Says.
Yeah, no, I'm actually thinking Tommy Too Much.
What? Tommy Too Much? Oh, my goodness. That's a good one. Tommy Pitts, a.k.a.
Yes.
Tommy Too Much. That is a very, very good one.
And the other one that I was thinking about was actually Francisco Chiazzo. Even though down in Vintage, they know him as a face character. Up here in Central Alabama, and I think in a couple of shows over in Georgia, he's known more as a heel. But, of course, with everything hashtag show in a box and the circle of disrespect, you know, they float in both sides of that fence. But over in, with Global especially, he makes a tremendous heel. Just like down in Florida, he makes a good face. But up here, I'm actually, tell you what, sorry, because of the fact that I'm going to go dyslexic thinking about this, Frankie, love you, brother. I'm going to drop you from the heel list for right now, and I'm going to say Tommy Too Much.
So we have Tommy Too Much. We have AJ Still.
Ooh.
I'm actually going for Francisco Chiazzo. That's what I was going to pick. So,
Son of a bitch!
Yeah. Francisco, I mean,
The last show at GCW. Whoa.
the fact that he got legit heat for that promo, I mean, that should tell you right there.
Oh, yeah.
Circle of disrespect.
Circle of disrespect. I mean, it's in the name.
And I'm going to throw you one more out there.
Go ahead. This will be your second nomination, sir.
The Mystic Mudbone.
You stole it. You stole it from We're going to be doing that a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think we are.
But yeah, Mudbone. He scares the shit out of everybody.
So you're saying Mudbone and he's saying
yes,
Mudbone.
Yes.
Well, my other nomination is going to be pretty much irrelevant now. My other nomination for Heel of the Year goes to Murder One, who got legit heat too from the AEW shit.
Yeah, really.
He gets heat all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean I
He's a
love
heat
Murder
magnet.
One. My kids actually call him Uncle Murder, believe it or not. So I think our winner of this year is Mudbone, GCW's own Mudbone. So,
Yay! And Xavier's favorite wrestler.
yes. Oh yeah, my son's favorite wrestler as well. So I'm sure he does not have a Facebook, so we will tag GCW Pro Wrestling in that.
There you go. Because he is
Now.
he is a GCW original.
Oh God, yes.
OG.
OG. Best manager of 2014. Eddie.
The cute red-headed chick down at Paw Paw Patch on Green Springs. Oh, no, you meant wrestling. I'm sorry.
I used to work there.
Oh, shit.
I sure did in college.
I was talking about somebody I saw earlier this week, so that disqualified you from that one.
That's crazy that you said that.
Although, I'm just going to sit back and say this. Speaking of cute redheads, did y'all know, if you went back and watched Raw from Monday night, the redhead in the green Santa dress, oh my God. Thud.
Thud.
Thud. There are a lot of good choices. And I can sit back and sell out right off the top and say the man that I work with the most in this particular regard has proven himself to be one of the most quality managers, period. So I'm going to go ahead and play cheap. I'm saying the Wicked Nemesis, kids.
You stole mine. No, I'm just
That
kidding.
means he gets 2 nominations.
You better say me.
You, of course I'm going to say you.
So that's 2 for me.
Yes.
Of course, I would
You're gonna
throw.
vote
I
for
would. I
yourself?
would throw myself in that.
Of course.
But, I also want to say Jeff Bailey.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ! I wish he would fucking retire so one of us,
Somebody else can
Reverend
win.
Dan, Miss Rachel, and myself, we have always been like second and third. Hell, 3 years ago, Reverend Dan and I both tied for second, and then last year we both tied for third. Miss Rachel won runner-up. So
Well, I'll go ahead and say Reverend Dan for my second
Reverend
nomination.
Dan, that's a
Yes.
good one. That's a good
Damn
one.
it. There went my other one.
Oh, there you go. Jesus Christ, we all have the same fucking people.
We take too many road trips together, maybe?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's like Eddie and I talking Carney at 2:30 in the fucking morning
Yeah, I know.
about a month ago. So, but I have to do this. I mean, I can't win it. I have to recuse myself from it. So I'm gonna have to say Jeff Bailey. Jeff Bailey is your winner for Manager of the Year.
Well, I know that, didn't we just nominate, wasn't there more than one nomination for Rev Dan?
Jesus Christ, none of us are gonna break through. None of it. Until Jeff retires, there is nobody better than Jeff Bailey. I learned under Jeff Bailey. Reverend Dan learned under Jeff Bailey. So I mean, his tree of wisdom grows in so, and also the fact that he helped out and helped get Rachel Freeman over like there's no tomorrow
By
at
cracking
PCW.
her face open with that chair.
Busted her fucking legit busted her face open. We saw it. Angie, I thought had seen it before, but she finally got to see the video about 30 or 40 minutes ago, and I told her this. And you were there when I sent her this Facebook message. She asked me what I thought about it. The next day when she was sitting at the hospital, her and Shane Marks, I said, "You've got to learn to turn your head." And he hit her with that belt so hard, and she face planted, and then he hit her with that chair. Bam!
Well, he drug her over and laid her face on the belt and then hit her with the metal chair. And I mean, it was like a clap of thunder. Just, yeah. And her face legit busted open.
Yeah, it was rather funny. It was rather funny. It
Yes.
was very good. So to be able to till he retires, I think he has a hold on that, and I'm hoping. I know that Gary Hart is the
God rest
co-name. Yes, the co-name on Georgia Wrestling History's awards. He has got to be. He's got to be added to it. He has to be. And Angie's over here working on the laptop.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yes, and our next award, we're taking nominations for Best Female Wrestler. I mean, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's two women that have totally destroyed the Southeast.
I think we will all say the same thing, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
I'll go ahead and say Pandora.
Pandora is my first nomination as well. Eddie, who's your first nomination for female wrestler for 2014?
First nomination's got to be Tracy Taylor for me.
That's gonna be my second.
And my second as well.
God damn it! Let me see. Give me.
We're like the Three Musketeers
We are,
of
but
voting.
look. How's the chat room going?
Let's see. I've been trying to do some quick homework and research. Actually, guess what? You got nominated by Daryl B.
Oh well, thank you, Daryl.
Yeah, you won. You beat Jeff Bailey.
And neither of y'all turkeys voted me Babyface Character of the Year. I just piss off both of you. I think I'll go do like Dudley Moore Arthur and just go get pissed out my head.
Well, with one of the biggest angles and one of the biggest moments of 2014 stands out in my mind is Pandora chopping half my mohawk off and then stabbing Clyde Braddock with the scissors in the middle of the ring. I mean, it's no offense to Tracy. Tracy's done amazing things. Tracy's also taken a lot of time off.
Yes.
And done things outside where Pandora has kept her nose to the grindstone and has been booked in Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, and South Carolina this year. Your winner for Female Wrestler of the Year is Calm Like a Bomb, Pandora.
Did we all actually nominate her?
Oh,
Well, who's your other one?
that was your second one, though, right?
No.
Oh, shit.
Who was your second one?
Well, I have to keep things in proper perspective because having not been able to get out to as many promotions as I want to, I'm also going to keep into consideration the fact that there are more promotions than I've had a chance to see. I have had a chance to see the evolution of Darcy Dixon, even though she's working more outside of the Southeastern U.S. She does have her roots in the Southeastern U.S. Remembering that former NWA Women's World Champion Tiffany Rocks is still based out of the Southeastern U.S. And you have a lot that have been homegrown.
Hold on. First of all, Tiffany took about 8 months off this year.
Right, I know. I didn't nominate her, though. I was just making a reference.
I'm just throwing that out there because, that's how we're doing this. We're doing this a back and forth. So.
And. Screw it, Pandora.
Dude, it's hard not to vote for her and Tracy. I'm sorry.
Look, legitimately speaking, Tracy Taylor is one of the best technical wrestlers out there, period. Pandora is just a badass, plain and simple. She can wrestle and she can fight.
And she can use weapons. I mean, yes.
Yeah, I mean, Tracy is one of those ones. If you book Tracy, it's money. But also the fact that she didn't have a lot of competition at GCW this year, I think, also was terrible, and that's no fault of hers.
That's the way it is, unfortunately.
Women's wrestling has become an attraction.
Yeah. Well,
and I mean,
remember, you've also got a lot of companies now. There is a so-called company that's going to promote an all-women show after the first of the year inside the state of Alabama. I've had some conversations, and legitimately speaking, and here's something I want everybody to think about. I don't fault them for trying because I would do the same thing, but Birmingham and Alabama is an entirely different animal than promoting a show in Pittsburgh, in Philly, in Jersey, or down in South Florida, Ybor City. Central Alabama and the Southeastern, the closest place that I would try this would either be Nashville, Tennessee, or Atlanta, Georgia. Because you have the populace and the diversification of the audience. It's one thing for Piedmont to bring in Chikara, which they had a great turnout. For as many people that don't know where Piedmont is, they had a great turnout when Pro South brought in Chikara for a day. I missed that show. I'm pissed. Fridays, I hate them, figuratively speaking. And this is the thing. There is an art form, and there's that word again, to being a female wrestler in the Southeastern U.S. I don't count Florida as part of the Southeast, unless it's the Panhandle. The Peninsula is a totally different animal. It's like a totally different island. It's like Cuba Jr. Of course, we have great trade relations with Cuba Jr. We're working on Senior.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hey, I want cigars.
50 years of an embargo is way too long. I'm sorry.
I know.
You have people coming over here risking their lives just to come for a better place on mattresses, as Dan Le Batard's parents did. For anybody that saw the 30 for 30, I mean, it's something that, I mean, it shouldn't have gone on this long. It's fucking outrageous that we are killing those people and leading them to their demise,
right,
just simply over some petty bullshit. Castro's gone. His brother is actually a pretty good president. I mean,
he is raising hell in hell right now.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm sure his Castro. All I wanted to do was play baseball.
Like I said, I'll be happy when I get my cohibas.
Oh Lord,
I want some good. Oh, dude, it's been about 5 years, 6 years since I've had traditional, genuine, real Cuban cigars, and I will just sit back and I will puff on that SOB with a nice, quiet crown on the rocks. Either that, or I will break out a good old fashioned snifter of brandy.
It was March 31st for us.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a Cuban cigar.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, that was a big ass cigar too.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. The good ones are.
2 days.
Yeah, we did smoke it over 2 days.
Because, see, my favorite cigar right now, domestically speaking, technically, is a Macanudo Portofino.
Oh, Lord.
I genuinely enjoy that cigar. It doesn't stink up the room. It's got a great mellow flavor to it. It draws smooth, and it's like I can sit back with Irish coffee and just have a night. That thing and good old fashioned Irish coffee is good.
My cigar taste is much like my beer, very vanilla. So,
if you've never had a Portofino, a Macanudo Portofino, they're in the white aluminum wrappers with the cedar inlays or the wood inlays, and they are a great cigar especially for the price. They're not outrageously expensive, and for those who are cigar aficionados, you know what I'm talking about on this. And if you've had a Portofino from Macanudo, you know that they're a good cigar. They're not the big fat stogs. They're about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and like I said, they're smooth.
That's what we were going to get the night that we actually got the Cuban. The guy was like, "Hold on, let me show you something a little special." That's what we were going to get, and then he broke us to his little vault. It was like,
Yes.
"Here you go," and I was like, "Okay, we'll take it." I knew as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. I didn't have to read the Spanish on it. I knew instantly. I was like, "Yep, it's a Cuban cigar."
we
We'll
actually
take it.
went to a real
Cigar place.
real cigar shop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was something special in
And
itself.
we won't
I've
say
never
where it
been.
is because they are illegal. It's like moonshine. We don't know how we come about on the moonshine. It just happened to be there. So nominations for Best Tag Team in the Southeast for 2014. I will go first. My very first nomination is Team IOU. Holy shit. They have wrestled in Pennsylvania, New York. They have wrestled in Illinois. They have wrestled in Missouri. They've wrestled in Tennessee. They've wrestled in Georgia. They've wrestled in Florida. They've wrestled in Mississippi. And those are just the ones I know of. There's 8 states right there that Team IOU has wrestled in just in 2014. And they actually didn't wrestle together for about 2 months. They were on the road every Wednesday night. They were booked somewhere. Every Thursday, every Friday, and every Saturday. I mean, those guys, that's probably why they took time apart, because hell, when you're with somebody that much, if you're not fucking them, it's hard. I mean,
And even then, if you are, it's hard. And those guys are young too.
Oh God, yes. Nick Iggy is like barely old enough to buy a beer, and Kerry Awful. I mean, you look at Kerry; he looks older. He's really not.
It's
Kid's
the
about
beard
25. Yes,
and
the beard, and the fucking hairy chest. The only person I know with a chest hairier than mine. So my first nomination is Team IOU. Angie, your first nomination for Best Tag Team of 2014.
Well, of course, I'm gonna have to go with the Sevenfold Saints. I feel like a proud mother in some way. Just so proud of those guys and the progress they've made and the impact they've made. So.
Well, here's the thing about Sevenfold Saints, and I'm going to pitch this to the fact that not only do they tag together, they can also go in singles. We saw Clyde Braddock beat AJ Steele, the UIW heavyweight champion. just a couple of weekends ago. Team IOU for a long time would not take bookings unless they were booked together as a tag team. So the Sevenfold Saints, for what it's worth, January 3rd, Steven Styles with me in his corner will be part of the big UIW number one contenders for the U.S. title, for Josh Storm's U.S. title. And then Clyde Braddock, of course, had cemented himself for, I'm sorry, Brad Lynch. I know you have some history with AJ Steele, and I know that he deserves his title shot against AJ Steele for the UIW Heavyweight Championship after the Bull Buchanan retirement show. Braddock beat him. Braddock beat the fuck out of AJ Steele. And Stan Robinson, I know you're listening. That fucking match should have been filmed, and it should have been right on front of the Facebook fan page or the .com, whatever you guys are running, because that match right there,
from start to finish,
that may be match of the year in some categories. It was that good. You don't get to see AJ Steele get thrown with a belly to belly across a fucking 16-foot ring and almost go out of it, but Clyde Braddock scaled the shit out of those ropes, and he threw AJ, man. And as we heard last week, as soon as he threw him, Clyde even said, he said, shit. And AJ Steele's response was, God damn, as he was going down. It was fucking something of magic. Clyde Braddock and Orion Bishop cut from the same cloth. I swear to God, man. I think they should be brothers instead of us. So it is. And Steven Styles, man, if you'd have seen him beat the shit out of Dusty McWilliams, man, go on Peach State's.
It was a beautiful thing.
Look at Peach State's, their little Facebook fan page, because not only they're in that tower of do what, as we've called it, Steven Styles had enough common sense to reach back and drop an elbow. And yeah, it went right across Dusty's face. And Dusty, thank God, has a hard head, because the common man, the common wrestler, would have got his shit split open with that. And Steven Styles, man, he has just come his own. Now he's added that wicked ass neck breaker to his arsenal. The sky's the limit for Steven Styles. I'm telling you that right now. So we have the Sevenfold Saints. We have Team IOU. Eddie, who's your first nomination for Best Tag Team in 2014 in the Southeast?
The Washington Bullets.
Yep. That's a good one. See, now we're going to go on for a long time. I think we may have about 4 or 5 nominations for this. The Washington Bullets, man. Those guys, they have wrestled in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. So, they've wrestled around this area quite often. They have spent their time honing their craft. Those guys are exactly what Clyde and Steven are. They are students of the game.
Aren't they brothers as well?
Yes, they're legit brothers. Trey and John. They're John Jon too, by the way.
Yeah.
So they are becoming one of the preeminent tag teams in the Southeast. So we have the Washington Bullets. Eddie, go ahead and say something about the Washington Bullets since you nominated them.
Look, you have a situation where tag teams can call themselves brothers all day long. Well, John and Trey are brothers, and they have a very unique chemistry to them. There is a great flow to the way that they work when they're working together, and it doesn't matter the style that they're in, as far as if it's something that's more of a traditional Southern style, Southeastern style, or if they're working more of the, I don't want to use the word strong style, but stuff that people are more familiar with out of the Northeastern U.S., and the athleticism that they have when they take to the ring, like I said, fluid motion, great ring awareness, great presence of mind, great skill set, move set. They know how tag team wrestling works. That's why right off the bat, there's a number of great tag teams. You know me, I do homework on tag teams more than anything else. And as it goes right now, one of the premier and preeminent tag teams in the country, much less the Southeastern U.S., has got to be the Washington Bullets.
The Bullets, man, that's a strong nomination. So we have the Washington Bullets, we have the Sevenfold Saints, we have Team IOU. My other nomination, I'm going to tell you right now, the Circle of Disrespect.
Shut up. That's
Shiatsu and Simon Says. They are, that's something real. They may not be brothers, but being on the road with somebody for 14, 15 hours at a time on a trip, because it is a long-ass drive from Orlando to Pell City, Alabama. And there's nothing you can do besides pick each other's brains. But hell, now, for what it's worth, Steven and Clyde, they come 4.5 hours to Pell City. So, that's another good one.
That was my second
The
nomination.
Circle of Disrespect, yep.
got to see them for the first time together at the last GCW event, and wow, they really, really work well as a tag team.
Eddie, your nomination.
This I'm really hard pressed for because of the fact that I've got to take this into consideration. Tag teams have split throughout the course of the year, but they have had lasting memories, one of which would, of course, be the last incarnation of the Unlucky Charms, Knox and Braddock. You know, a lot of people were really, they had momentum, they had steam, and I'm just going to sit back and say this. Regardless of what the hell happened, I don't care. The fans were deprived of one hell of a tag team.
Yep.
I don't care what happened. I don't care who's at fault. I'm not in this fight. I'm not in this argument in any capacity. In any capacity whatsoever.
For it, Eddie.
Huh?
I'll take full responsibility for that, for the dissolving of the Unlucky Charms. So you can blame that on me.
No.
Anybody wants to, blame that shit on me.
I blame it on happenstance. I blame it on bad timing, wrong place, wrong time, wrong circumstance, wrong companies. Because if it had not been for situations that were out of control, not out of anybody's control, but just out of control, the Unlucky Charms, hashtag unlucky, would still be going, in my humble opinion, going strong right now. But you have to stay true to the team, you have to stay true to your roots, and you have to stay focused and determined and keep your eyes on the prize. And that is the biggest possible payday and the biggest possible platform. But you can't rush anything. But getting back to the topic, there are other teams that have made it all throughout the southeastern U.S., in Tennessee, in Florida, in Mississippi, in Louisiana, taking us out to Arkansas, traditional SEC country now. It's really kind of hard to grasp that, Arkansas and the SEC. Sorry. I'm not going all the way to Missouri. Sorry, out of our demo, at least for this. But there are 3 other teams that I want to mention.
Go for it.
They have held, and I'm going to give my nomination on this one to the tag team that has held a particular tag team championship for quite a while, and they have turned back any and all comers since winning those titles earlier in 2014. It's not who you think. Don Maximo and Biff Slater, the Vintage Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the team called Beast Mode.
Yeah, I actually do know of their work. They did some very good stuff earlier in the year. They have wrestled several tag teams, but the thing about Vintage is it being Orlando, they had quite a feud with the Washington Bullets.
Yep.
Speaking of them.
Now, I've got to say this. Biff Slater is a freaking hoss. And I mean, he is big. Lo and behold, in the Vintage War Games, survival games, that I had the privilege of being there in person, John Davis. Oh, and by the way, the Dark City Fight Club is back together, but they haven't been back together long enough this year for me to sit back and say that they would be a nominee for Tag Team of the Year, because they've been split up for the majority of the year. They just got back together in November. So
if we're talking about most underrated tag team of all time, they would be up there. They were screwed by the NWA. I'm telling you right now.
Yes, they were.
And they were. Yes, they are amazing. Anybody that gets a chance to check out Corey Chavis and John Davis, Jesus Christ, they are good. They are really, really good.
And John Davis is a fierce mother, because him being able to get Biff Slater up and over the way he did, military style, oh my God, that was huge. There are people in the world of pro wrestling that I would be afraid to get hit by. John Davis moved into that realm that night when I saw the muscle and the strength that he legitimately had to use to get Biff Slater up and over. I'm sitting back going, you ain't hitting me. Ain't no effing way. But seriously, my second nomination would have to be for the current and the current reigning Vintage Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Beast Mode.
I'm going to throw a tag team out there. A lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck? We talked about this last night. I think the tag team of the year, in my book, definitely in the Southeast, I'm not saying they're going to win it, it's a 5-Star Fight Club. Mad Dog Dan Sawyer and Joshua O'Hagan have been a thorn in my side for the last 3 years. But
they've worked with one another a long time.
Yes.
They know each other very well.
They know each other very well. I mean, they're not brothers, but they're one of those tag teams that just they know where the other one's going to
Yeah,
be. They have
do.
trust and faith in each other. So my other nomination, 5 Star Fight Club. Angie, you want to give out another nomination?
I think everyone's kind of.
I want to say one that has definitely broken through as of late at Empire Wrestling. Wild Stallions. The Wild Stallions have, I mean, they were at Beyond Wrestling.
Yes.
Corey Gavitt was there. Corey Gavitt was kicking ass and taking names.
Yes.
He may be up for most underrated, to be honest with you. The shit that they've done throughout the Southeast, especially in Tennessee and Georgia, I mean, we can't overlook that.
I agree, yes.
So I have to say the Wild Stallions as well. Eddie, you got another one?
I'm going to throw you a curveball. There is one more that I'm going to throw out there. And they've had a little bit of a rocky year. They have dominated, but they've also had their setbacks. And I'm going geographic on this one. You said Southeastern. I'm going with the two gentlemen who are about to hit the main roster in WWE, The Ascension.
No, yeah, I can't wait for those guys to come up. I mean, yeah, they have that dark tone that just can't be overlooked. So, I mean, yeah, that's a good one.
And remember, NXT is based in Florida, which is part of the Southeastern U.S.
Yeah, you're right. If we're throwing the circle of disrespect out there, we've got to add the Ascension to it. So,
Yeah.
so
And
with
there's
all the votes being tabulated, I mean, it has to go to Francisco Chiazzo and Simon Says, the circle of disrespect.
Much respect.
I mean, we could go with tag teams all day. I mean, there are a lot of really good tag teams out there, but there's not many great tag teams out there. The Bullets, man, they would have to be right under the circle of disrespect, man. They are kicking ass and taking names.
Well, see,
But circle of disrespect actually did beat the Washington Bullets as well. So
yeah. But see, also, I've got to sit back and go back for this one because when I'm down at Vintage, they had a 4-way, well, technically it was 8-man, but it's 4-team elimination. And all 4 teams that were involved in this match, and I am seriously trying to remember the other 2 teams because I know they're going to be facing each other at Wrestle Brawl. And I'm doing a disservice by talking about it, not being able to remember the names because, oh, shoot. I'll remember it in a few minutes and I'll kick myself. I promise I will.
well, the next category, Eddie, I mean, I think this may be a complete just turn down for what moment. Rookie of the Year. My nomination is going to be the same one. Dylan Cook. Holy crap, Dylan Cook has held his own in so much, and I believe that Dylan is definitely a front runner in this category. Angie?
That was my nomination as well.
Dylan Cook.
Yes.
Eddie, your nomination for Rookie of the Year?
Jeff G. Bailey.
That was awesome. Yes.
Thank you. Cook. Go with Cook.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a wash. I mean, no offense to a lot of guys. Aaron Fry's kind of come to his own. Moose at Ring of Honor, who started out in Georgia, he started at the end of last year, but I mean, this is technically his rookie year because he hasn't been a full year yet. I think that your clear winner for this is Dylan Cook.
Yay.
Sounds like. Oh, hold on. Wait.
Oh, there you
Right.
go. That's awesome. See, my executive producer right there on top of things.
Bam.
Just a little bit late. I'm not exactly fast, Eddie Layne. I'm right now moderately rapid.
Lo and behold. Yeah, we got to add that to the drinking game. Every time you say lo and behold, you got to take 4 drinks, I think.
Oh, crap.
Now, most underrated.
We'll tell you what. You want to go ahead and take the top of the hour and we'll come back and pick it up after the break?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I just realized it was 2 minutes after 10. We're going to take our first and maybe only break.
There you go.
We've got several categories left to go. Right here, the To Be Determined Show, Beyond Ringside Radio Network, beyondringside.com. When we come back, the rest of the 2014 Southeastern Independent Wrestling Awards.
Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motor Mouth, Fast Eddie Layne, with your invitation to join yours truly, along with Mark Mabo Bowman and the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific for Beyond Ringside Live. Wrestling, mixed martial arts, sports talk, and a whole lot more. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com for all of upcoming show information, and of course, catch us on social media as well. Until then, we'll see you this Sunday, 6:30 Eastern for Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
Hey, this is Stuart Couch from the Cause and Effect Thursday Night Throwdown. Catch us here every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern here on BeyondRingside.com. Join us for the Midnight Black Mass. Myself, the Reverend Dan Wilson, brings you the dark gospel of professional wrestling, uncensored, unedited, uncut, and not for the faint of heart. You can find out more about us at youtube.com/pottyhumor or subscribe at Potty Humor on iTunes and Stitcher today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Smark Rage from Wrestle Rage Radio, coming to you from the Beyond Ringside Radio Network. Join myself and my co-host, Super Stan Grubb, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern as we present Wrestle Rage Radio, where we rant and rave on everything in the world of pro wrestling. Sometimes we'll have a guest. Sometimes it'll be just me and Stan BSing about the sport that we love, pro wrestling. Check us out. Tune in Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, only on the Beyond Ringside Network.
Hey everyone, this is the Cause, Robert Cosper, host of Cause and Effects Thursday Night Radio Throwdown. This is your invitation to join me, along with the Effects Stuart Couch, Mad Dog Dan Sawyer, and all of the craziness that is C&E, right here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. It's wrestling radio with a twist, and some might just say with a twist of lime when the bar is open. Cause and Effect, right here on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
The To Be Determined show live Wednesday nights, 9 Central Standard Time. Join myself, the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, the Grand Design, Clyde Braddock, and the Magic City Monroe, Fast Eddie Layne, as we take you to the edge of uncensored. Yes, we go uncensored, so make sure you have your earmuffs. Ask your parents, for those of you that are a little young, maybe under 18, but make sure if you have any heart conditions or any mental defects, please listen, because they may take effect right here live every Wednesday night, 9 Central Standard Time. Beyond Ringside Radio Network, BeyondRingside.com.
Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motor Mouth, Fast Eddie Layne.
And I'm the Cause, Robert Cosper.
And this is your invitation to join us
and the Hitman, Big Daddy Cool, Ryan Adcock, right here for the Saturday Showcase.
At Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10, 9, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. See? We do math around this place. Be sure to catch us right here on BeyondRingside.com. You can also listen through Winamp for Android and BlackBerry, as well as the Shoutcast mobile app for Apple as well. Remember, that's Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, right here on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
And let me tell you how you can find the Hitman, Big Daddy Cool, Ryan Adcock on social media. It's very easy. It's at www.kissmyass.
Whoa. Stop that right there, folks. We'll see you Saturday on the Showcase. Bye for now. Howdy, friends. This is the Magic City Motor Mouth, Fast Eddie Layne, with your invitation to join yours truly, along with Mark Mabo Bowman and the Oracle of Ominous, the Wicked Nemesis, every Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific for Beyond Ringside Live. Wrestling, mixed martial arts, sports talk, and a whole lot more. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com for all of upcoming show information, and of course, catch us on social media as well. Until then, we'll see you this Sunday, 6:30 Eastern for Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network.
Before we jump straight back into the awards, this Saturday, huge event in Birmingham at the Zamora Shrine Temple. All three of us are actually going to be there. Mm-hmm. So, Eddie, if you will, drop some cheese on them.
Well, for those who managed to catch Back to Basics last night, I had good friend Tammy Joe come on with Southeast Subs. And Southeast Subs, if you're not familiar with them, And if you're not familiar with the factor of roller derby, you're missing out. And here's a chance for you to catch up. This Saturday night in Birmingham, Alabama at the Zamora Shrine Temple, 3521 Ratliff Road in Birmingham, just off I-459, convenient to I-20 as well. The Southeast Subs Roller Derby will be hosting a charity bout with a number of the different people who participate with the Southeast Subs. Now, here's the thing. You have teams and leagues that are organized in the city, in state, in the region. But every once in a while, people get hurt or have they have scheduling conflicts. Well, rather than have to forfeit or go in shorthanded, they get in touch with Tammy Jo over at Southeast Subs and say, hey, I need a jammer, I need a blocker, I need somebody in this particular capacity for a bout we've got coming up on this date. Can you find us somebody? And they do. You've got a full database of individuals, of women and men, who are skaters, and Southeast Subs will help put these people with the teams, whether it be for one bout, two bouts, or however long they're needed. Well, this coming Saturday, the members of the Southeast Subs, a number of them are going to be coming together for this charity event. It's actually going to benefit Zamora Hospital Transportation. Now, if you're not familiar with what this is, you know about the Zamora Shrine Hospital. And, when you've got, especially in their kids unit, you've got families who can't always get where they need to go. Well, the transportation division for Zamora is a nonprofit to where they will assist you in whatever you need in correlation with the Shrine Hospital. And this is going to be a great opportunity. It's a great cause, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And here's the kick to it, is if it wasn't for the fact of the roller derby itself, at the halftime, the Harlem Globetrotters will be at the Zamora Shrine Temple this weekend. This is going to be a great time. Tickets are reasonably priced, $10. $10. I'm not kidding you. Doors are going to open, I do believe, at 6 o'clock p.m. Bout starts at 7. Take it from there. Santa Claus is going to be there. You're going to have some great fun to be had. It's a great event for the whole family to be able to get together.
Will Hagen be breakdancing anytime during this roller derby?
There went my buzz. And I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be on this one.
This time.
They come up with the Harlem Globetrotters, start breaking it down a little bit.
He probably could.
I don't think he Harlem enough for the Globetrotters, my friend.
I'm excited. I have not seen the Harlem Globetrotters since I was a child. It's been a while.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a great time. So for all of our friends in our home market of Alabama, especially Central Alabama, check it out this coming Saturday. The Facebook fan page is up. And also, if you get a chance to listen to Back to Basics, the podcast is up. The BeyondCast is loaded. The links are all over the place right now. So if you get a chance to listen, Tammy Jo comes on in the second segment of the show to tell us all about what's going on this coming Saturday night. And I really appreciate her coming on. And I'm looking forward to seeing her and everybody with Southeast Subs and everybody in the crowd this Saturday night at the Zamora Shrine Temple.
As a nurse and a medical professional, this is a great charity, very needed, and I'm excited about the event too, just for that reason.
And now, Wick, back to you.
And our next award for the evening, Most Underrated Wrestler of 2014. I have several nominations for this, so I'm going to start off by stating the obvious. The new sensation, Dropkick Steven Styles. Anybody that has followed GCW, has followed Peach State, has followed UIW, that kid has, and I call him a kid because he is a kid to me, has come into his own, and that is my first nomination. One of my Sevenfold Saints brethren, Dropkick Steven Styles. Angie?
Well, that was also my first nomination.
Steven Styles? Okay,
Yes.
There you go. There's 2 for Steven Styles.
Yes.
And Eddie, most underrated for 2014.
Xander Stone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huge
That's a
Daniel
good
Stone
one.
fan also. Yes.
Xander Stone is a good one. He'll definitely have to go in there. He'll definitely get one of my other votes.
Yes.
One I want to say that I think we're all going to pop for, and this is a clear and obvious choice, Jacoby Boykins.
That was my next one.
Yep, there you go. It's hit the ground running.
Yes.
Those two guys have just kicked ass and took names. Jacoby and Steven, man, we may have some co-winners. I'm going to go ahead and tell you because both of those two, Shane Marks is very underrated, but Shane Marks is coming to his own, and this year he's actually gotten his just due and gotten the proper respect that he deserves. So I can't add Shane to that this year. Last year he would have been, I would have not even, actually last year on our little awards I did give it to him. Mudbone's another one.
Yep.
Mudbone, very, very underrated. But I think that all of us in agreement. I think we got co-winners on this category.
Yes.
I'm tossing the flag. Steven Styles and Jacoby Boykins,
Yep.
your 2014 most underrated wrestler.
I was on it that time.
Yes,
You were spot on, sir. That was enough can't be said about Jacoby and about Steven Styles, and I think it's only rightful that both these guys share this title for this year. Now our next category, I think the one that a lot of people have a lot to say about, your best promotion. Who has stood out the most this year with 42 promotions being in Georgia and only one real promotion in Alabama besides, are they still doing Gulf Coast Wrestling in Mobile? Because I have not heard anything from them.
I don't know.
No, I have a lot of friends in the Southeastern area, and I haven't heard anything.
See, same thing here. I haven't heard a damn thing about them. So I think, of course, GCW is going to have to be on that. So that will be a given. I think that another nomination has to go to Empire because Andrew Alexander has done so much with so little up there and keeping a very, very, very tight budget. Eddie, another nomination.
There's a ton. Global Championship Wrestling, Peach State Wrestling Alliance, Vintage Wrestling, NWA Smoky Mountain. God.
Anarchy, who is
Yeah, I was gonna say Anarchy, even though they're going through a rough time right now. NWA Atlanta has been making some great strides.
UIW is finally making that turn. A lot of people thought that they were dead.
Yeah.
In 2014, they're coming back strong, especially for the beginning of 2015.
Yes. Those are all my votes.
Yeah, I know. I think we're all going to have
Yeah, and there's another promotion that I'm trying to get in my brain right now that we just had Brian Cage on with Combat Sport Pro Wrestling down on the Gulf Coast. That's the one I was trying to think of. I've heard a lot of great things coming out of them. Ring Warriors, Howard Brody's promotion. Boy.
Eddie, heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads, GCW. Tails. It's going to be Peach State
I was
Wrestling.
going to say, was Peach State, yes.
What is that?
It's on heads.
It's on heads. Global Championship Wrestling.
Yay!
2014.
Awesome.
I think that we can all. Yeah. Everybody's going to be like, Homer!
Yeah, they are. And the thing about it is, but see, you've got to take into consideration when you spend so much time, because I know there are companies with which you've worked over the year, with which I've worked over the year. And, you know, I've had affiliations and I've done interviews. I've seen tape. I've seen videos. I've seen footage from so many different shows, so many different matches. And I hate to say it like this, and please, folks, forgive me. There are times when it really runs together. That's why weeks like this, when you've got WWE on just about every freaking night of the week, I can't watch it all because I know that last night, even though it was a rerun from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, I still watched it. And I still went back and I watched the entire hour of Ring of Honor from this past Sunday. Oh my God, if you haven't seen that show yet, you're crazy.
I think we just need to recuse Global Championship Wrestling from this. I think we're going to have to go Peach State because that would be the obvious.
But see, here's the thing. And for as much,
PCW's done a lot of shit too. PCW, man, the fact that they did that whole angle with Jeff and elevated Rachel and Quasi and Disco and Steve Danger coming out, Johnny Danger coming out. The fact that they helped make and model so many people, we can't count PCW out of this.
No.
I think that we're going to have to go with Peach State for this one. So congratulations, Peach State. Hit that beautiful bean footage.
And when it comes to the voting process, you can never accuse us of being biased. You have to sit back and say fair. You can't say it was good. You can't say it was great. You can't say it was superlative. What you have to say was...
That was totally wicked!
That's right.
Yeah, because I feel like taking myself out of the equation for the manager of the year in Global Championship Wrestling is only fair. I even put besides Global Championship Wrestling in the
Right.
Facebook post. So, okay, now event of the year. What has been the best event that has happened?
I had a blast at Survival Games. I had a blast at Thanksgiving Turmoil. I had a blast at the Fan Fest. Southern Legends Fan Fest was awesome this year, especially with Pritchard and Cooley. I mean, as an old school wrestling fan, the moment with Cooley and Dr. Tom Pritchard was just still has me blown away. And even with the cluster bang which occurred back in March with WrestleFest. Don't say it. Sorry, Wick. I know he will anyway, so I'll give him time. But
I'm not going to say. Everybody knows my disdain for what happened that night.
And I've also seen footage from other shows that have taken place. It's like NWA Atlanta puts all their stuff up on internet. You've got shows from Smoky Mountain. They run their television show. There is another, it's not UIW. It's another show. It's another NWA based show. They put their whole show on the internet. So there have been some great events come down the pike all around the southeastern U.S. and the entire core of the Southeast. I'm really gonna have to sit back and say I've got a draw going right now between the March WrestleFest with Global Championship Wrestling and Survival Games, because being able to work with and hang out with and talk to James J. Dillon was, mark out moment for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you who's gonna win this vintage pro wrestling. Their Survival Games was amazing. I mean, it was something. The fact that you would be able to have that and have those stars in there and actually create quite a buzz right in WWE's backyard.
Yep.
Of NXT. I mean, I think it has to.
And this is where I want us to go. I would love it if y'all could make it down, because I am planning, even though it is the Beyond Ringside anniversary weekend. Yeah, there's the kick in the nuts. No relation to Nutsack Money. Leave it alone. Don't say it. Which one of you thought it? Which one of you thought it?
I'm sure I did.
To be honest, you were too quick for me. You said it before I could even think about it, but it was still awesome.
But it would be Beyond Ringside's anniversary weekend, and the show is on a Sunday evening, and it's an outdoor show in downtown Orlando. So I already know that matches that are going to take place include, for the Vintage Heavyweight Championship, I'm going to go ahead and pop the cork, even though everybody knows. It's public knowledge. It's the current champion, Francisco Chiazzo, defending against his number one contender, Simon Says, the Emerald Emperor.
Wow.
Yes, it's already public knowledge. Everybody knows, so I'm not pulling back a curtain.
Right.
Also, the Dark City Fight Club, I do understand, is going to be challenging Beast Mode for the Vintage Tag Team Championship. Their television title is going to be on the line. Los Bendejos is the tag team I was trying to think of, but they just recently made their return to Vintage. They've been working in different areas of the country, and they're going to be going up against, I believe it is New Era. So, and I watched these four go at it along with the Bullets when I was in Orlando, and they lit it the hell up.
I'm sure.
So, I am going to be in Orlando. Cosper has agreed in advance, if he doesn't go with me on this one, he's going to stay here and produce. So, one way or the other, the weekend before Global in the January show, I'll be down in Orlando. I'm going to take a couple of days and go down there. So, yeah, they created quite a buzz, like you said a minute ago, right in WWE's backyard for NXT at Full Sail. So you got to give credit where credit is due on that one.
Now, our next category, best moment of 2014. This is a big one, but a lot of things go on. My first nomination is going to go to, well, it's not a best moment, but it's definitely the one that stands out the most. Damon Christopher retirement.
There went mine.
That was something I think we can all kind of agree on that, because I cried, Chris cried, Angie cried,
Eddie cried.
I mean, so there you go. I think this, hands down. I do want to say also Jeff Bailey taking out Rachel Freeman with the belt was pretty fucking funny. Yes, that was pretty good. That's one that caused a lot of ruckus. There was people legit mad about that. So,
Well,
I guess we're going to have to go
it
with...
pales in comparison. I'm sorry.
So, I think we're going to have to give that with the Damon Harrison retirement.
Yep. Yeah, where'd it go? Son of a bitch. I'm sober tonight, therefore I still have to ask the question.
¿Dónde está mi tequila?
Damn, that was loud.
We're just going to say Damon Harrison's retirement speech because
Yes.
it kind of sounds like we're like, oh, that was the best thing that happened was for him to retire.
No,
So-
not at all. It was just such a,
Maybe we should say most memorable.
Memorable moment, yeah.
yes.
So there you go. There's your 2014 award winner for most memorable moment, Damon Harrison's retirement speech. And of course, that leads us to one more. Hold on, let me type this in. I just misspelled that.
I have a feeling we're all going to be on the same page with this one.
Yeah, we maybe all.
I don't know. Eddie may play Deadpool.
Maybe.
Again.
Maybe,
But-
maybe. Okay, fan of the year. Southeastern 2014 fan of the year. Eddie?
Joe Nelson.
Joe Nelson, that's a good one. Joe's a good
That's
one.
a great one, yes.
Of course, Wayne Hot Ice is another one.
That was my second one.
That's my first one.
So we're gonna.
We're going with Hot Ice.
Hot Ice, yay! Everybody loves Hot Ice. Even Wicked Nemesis.
Yes, I actually do. So there you go. There's your fan of the year, Wayne Hot Ice Shell.
Yay!
Joe Nelson ran a close second, of course.
There you go.
And his megaphone.
And yeah,
What?
Well-
Wait a minute. Which megaphone? Hot Ice's or Joe Nelson's?
Hot Ice has, like, the megaphone.
Yeah. Joe Nelson had the cheerleader megaphone.
Yes. I don't know what.
But you got to sit back and say this. Okay, folks, for those who don't know what we're talking about on this one, working in different areas, and I've had I've seen Wayne especially at a number of different shows, whether it be Global, whether it be IWA Deep South, whether it be LXW. I mean, any of the different shows that I've seen, even ACW back when in that part, as well as AWA Munford. And we're talking about somebody who is a very, very passionate and very fun wrestling fan. And over the while that I've known him, he sits down and makes signs himself in mass.
God, yes, especially for Steven Styles. Holy
And
crap.
Mudbone.
And Mudbone, yeah.
He's done it for Mudbone. Here's the trilogy that here's the triad that he's done it for. He's done it for Styles, he's done it for Mudbone, and he's done it for Prowler.
Yes.
He's done it for those three. And here's the thing. A genuine wrestling fan is going to understand when a heel is giving it right back to them and giving them the opening to go to that next level. You have some heels who are like, you can hate me all day long. I'm going to the ring, beat the hell out of this person. I don't give a damn about y'all. A good heel respects and understands the fans at ringside.
Yes.
A true heel respects and understands the fans at ringside. when you have that fan in particular who makes that impression on you to the point where it's like, I'm going to have some fun with you. And then it goes into a true exchange that the entire crowd can enjoy.
Yes.
It doesn't steal heat from the wrestler. It doesn't make the fan look bad or belittled in any capacity. But it adds to the show. There's your key word, adds to the show. You have some fans who want to think they are the show more so than the people who bust their ass inside the ring. More power to you if you think that. But genuine, true wrestling fans know and learn and understand what to do, how to do it to get the reaction, and to help keep it fun for everyone. Plain and simple.
So there you go. Let's run through these winners once again. Your winner of the Southeastern Independent Wrestling 2014 Awards Fan of the Year, Hot Ice.
Wayne Shell.
Yes, Wayne Hot Ice Shell. Sorry. Your winner for the Southeastern Independent Wrestling, I'm going to forget that. Your memorable moment was Damon Harrison's retirement speech. Your winner for Best Event goes to Survival Games for Vintage Wrestling. Your promotion of the year, besides Global Championship Wrestling, is Peach State Wrestling Alliance. Most underrated wrestler, we had a tie, Jacoby Boykins and Steven Styles. Look at that. The winner of the your rookie of the year goes to Dylan Cook. Hold on.
Crap, now I have to redo my post.
Yeah, no. Hold on, we're gonna
Live
fix this really
editing,
quick. Yes,
folks.
live editing right here on the fly, folks. Sorry, it was my fault. It was me trying to do 500 things at once.
Which one are you changing?
Rookie of the
Dylan
year.
Okay, I haven't gotten down that far yet.
Okay, your rookie of the year was Dylan Cook. Your tag team of the year was a Circle of Disrespect, Francisco Chiazzo and Simon Says. That's all, you just shared the post. Your women's wrestler of the year in the Southeast was Calm Like a Ball in Pandora. Your manager of the year was Jeff G. Bailey, of course. Your heel of the year was Mudbone. And your babyface of the year, Fry Daddy, Aaron Fry. So there you go. Those were our categories.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Yes.
The button's back.
Oh, we should have that every time one of us says something funny. Or have when one of us say something stupid, say, oh dear.
Which is Droopy Dog, by the way, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Droopy Dog. Listen to Brian Quinn, that was the worst Droopy
Horrible
Dog ever.
rendition.
But he says that people scream that whenever they do their stand-up.
Oh, I'm
whenever the
sure.
Practical Jokers do their little road tour, the people scream it out to him. So he's like, well, I have to say it. Like, literally, he has to go out and say, oh, dear.
Hello. Hello, all you happy people.
It was a lot better than his.
That was amazing.
That was really good. Now you have to do that every show now.
Yes.
You just fucked yourself out of that one.
Oh, trust me, it's going to get better because I have to do this for shits and giggles.
Hello, this is Zorak. When I'm not busy kicking Space Ghost in the nuts, I have fun on the To Be Determined show. Drink or I'll zap ya.
That's awesome.
That is an old, dated reference, but everybody loves Zorak. Brax, too. Wow! You want a cheeseburger?
I can't get a cheeseburger.
Damn, that's good.
Eddie's just
Eddie's
bringing
pulling
it
out,
tonight.
boy. Are you Ralph Garman? Has Ralph Garman
There's some that I can do and some that I have a hard time doing nowadays. I've smoked too much, I've drank too much, I've partied too much, and I've destroyed my cords to a great degree, but there's still some that I have fun with. What was it? A couple of years ago, we had this major event occur, and it was a chronological event, and I couldn't resist. I made the post on Facebook and on social media I created the meme for Marvin the Martian. And I had to go with it for a second because every once in a while I can still find it inside me to go,
Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
I can't do it because I'm laughing too hard.
No, that was awesome.
Because the original phrase is supposed
modulator. Oh dear, my space modulator is broken.
But see, here's the trick to it. I have to be careful on that one because that one also coincides with one of my other favorite voices. If you remember the episode of Sylvester and Tweety, where Sylvester was swearing off cats, but the orange cat George, I think it was trying to kidnap Tweety, and he's like, hand him up. Sylvester goes up, hand him over.
Now you go and make me feel bad. You give me the feeling.
That was very good.
Give me the feeling I cannot be trusted.
So
Looney Tunes. Does Looney Tunes even play anymore?
I don't know.
I think.
Cartoon Network owes their entire existence to those guys and any Hanna-Barbera cartoon there is.
Gee, Scoob. Okay.
No. You quit while you're ahead.
Any other time I can hit that, it's just like I said, I've been laughing so hard, and it's hard because my microphone is up a little bit louder than normal, and I'm trying to make sure that if I hit the voice, I'm not going to blow out the mic.
Wow, that was blowing out the mic. Eddie?
Note, Nancy. He said, "Well, not well." We all know. Well, that's a deep subject.
And that was your George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah, right. Wrong. That was Ronnie. Thank you.
Well,
it's bedtime for Bonzo.
Nancy.
I know, but still, it was very, very close to George Bush. Herbert Walker Bush, not George W.
We know.
W.
Read my lips. No new faxes.
I don't think anybody even has a fax machine anymore.
I've still got one. It works. It's also my printer and my copier and my scanner.
So those are our awards for 2014. So give it up. Yay!
Yay! One more time. And let's go ahead and give me the other soundbite one more time, Eddie.
That was totally wicked!
I love that kid.
Yes.
I've had too much fun with those sound bites over the last few days.
Now we have to give a special appreciation to everyone that was nominated, because we had several nominations, and it would take forever to put out our nominations. So
and that's a great thing for
yes,
the South. The
definitely.
Southeast.
The fact that we could name off as many as we did, besides Rookie of the Year, that was a wash for Dylan Cook to win that. So, Eddie, you have December 27th, Pell City.
Yes, I do.
We also have January 3rd in Temple, Georgia for UIW. Then you're going to have January 17th, Sevenfold Saints back at Peach State. Then January 31st, back to Pell City. And then February 7th, we're in Carrollton, Georgia. And then the 21st, Carrollton, Georgia, or Temple, whatever UIW's running. And then back the 28th back in Pell City. It is going to be a loaded 2015 for the Sevenfold Saints. So we'd like to thank everyone that was nominated. We'd like to thank every promotion for booking the Sevenfold Saints. I mean, there's several ways to get in touch with us, which we will run down at the end of the night. But Eddie, you said that you got to see the salute to the troops. Anything that stood out in your mind to the salute to the troops?
Really, the whole show, normally a show like this, I'll sit back and say, okay, I'll give it a pass due to the fact that it's a specialty show, kind of like the Slammy Awards. They had the second half of the show is what I caught from the top of the hour on. It had a good flow, a good intensity to it. It had a great atmosphere. It was, I hate to use Michael Cole's word, but it was absolutely electric, and it was good television. It was fun to watch, and I've always been one, ever since the first time they did Tribute to the Troops. I've been on board with this because it's that time of year. But granted, they're doing it more domestic now on our home soil as opposed to going off into Iraq or in Afghanistan or somewhere else inside of a possible war zone. But I appreciate the fact that they're doing this for the families now just as much as they were doing it for the troops themselves. And so in this time of year, I appreciate what Vince McMahon, John Layfield, the USO, what everybody has done to try to put together a show like Tribute to the Troops. Florida Georgia Line, great performance. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you get a chance to, it's going to re-air as a 1-hour special on NBC later this week. Please give them the ratings, check it out, show your support. You may not care for Vince McMahon, you may not care for WWE, but I ask you this. Show NBC the fact that you appreciate they put something like this on in prime time on a Friday night or Thursday night, whichever night it is, and that you support not only, like I said, you don't have to care for Vince, you don't have to care for WWE, but show that you appreciate the fact that somebody is showing our troops the appreciation they deserve. Either that or we'll bring the bunny back to life.
Oh, God. Thank God that he got his ass kicked by Kane 2 weeks in a row.
I marked out, so I popped so huge for that moment from Monday Night Raw when Kane chokeslammed on Tombstone the Bunny. And JBL popped even more than I did.
Good, I'm glad that he totally fucking just gets so pissed at stupid things, because that is stupid.
Well, Layfield does have a good habit of calling it right, but the only thing that I disagree with the fact, I don't like the three-man team often because they step on each other. And it seems like they spend more time bickering back and forth than they do calling the action or building the storyline. Because you got to remember something. On a televised product, the people in the ring are supposed to be able to tell one part of a story. The people you trust to be behind the microphone are supposed to tell the rest of the story and continue the build for the entire event and for upcoming shows. If your announce team is doing nothing more than bitching back and forth and bickering and stepping on each other, the story gets lost in the shuffle.
That would be Angie commenting on my status, so I apologize.
That's okay. It's Facebook.
Now, we like to give WWE a lot of shit. We like to give mainstream wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever, a lot of shit, rightfully so. But the fact that they do put a salute to the troops on every year, and now that they've added to the family, I mean, you can't say enough for things like that and for events, because they're doing something I would never do. I would never go to war. Evidently, Bill Clinton wouldn't either. So,
among others.
Yeah, among others. Draft dodger. But it's good that they put it in prime time. I have to ask, though, didn't Bray Wyatt wrestle on that card tonight?
Yeah, he and Ambrose had a boot camp match as supervised by Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, God. Howdy, soldier.
And you gotta love him, you gotta respect him, you gotta appreciate him. Sarge was out in full gear, and near the end of the match, he took his boot off and gave it to Ambrose. And Ambrose sold the fact that it was supposed to be a steel-toed boot, popped Wyatt in the head with it, and picked up the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Bray Wyatt, man, that kid is just amazing.
We listened to the podcast earlier.
Yes, we listened to most of the podcast, not all of it. His cell phone reception was terrible. He was interviewed several weeks ago by Stone Cold Steve Austin on his podcast. And Bray, man, he's just enlightenment to the fullest.
Oh, yeah.
But something I want to say outside of wrestling, the Sony email hacks, very funny to a certain degree. Come to find out, the State Department is saying that, North Korea had something to do with that. In fact, they're saying North Korea did do the email hacks to Sony. Let's see, where do we start? The stuff about Spider-Man and all that, I love that. The fact, the back and forth. But earlier today, just several hours ago, a lot of Carmike Cinemas was refusing to play the interview. to premiere the Christmas Day, the interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco. And there's been a lot of hype about this. And this has been going on for some time. And, North Korea said that they considered it an act of war for that to come out because they playfully talk about the assassination of Kim Jong-un. Not Kim Jong-un, the plumber. Not Kim Jong-un, the farmer that lives a couple miles down the road because...
Well, he's butthurt about the whole name thing now, right?
Yeah, he made everybody change their name. Anybody named Kim Jong-un had to change their name in North Korea. Sony just completely canceled the movie. Just a little more than a week, just several hours before the New York premiere, because there was talks of a quote-unquote 9/11 type of attack happening to anybody that played the movie.
Scary.
That is scary.
Scary situation.
The fact that they bent and just totally. I think this should have happened a long time ago if they were going to do this. Now come to find out that Steve Carell, who was going to do a movie next year based in North Korea, has been canceled as well. So the reverberation is felt very far. So another movie canceled over all these Sony email hacks. Eddie, your thoughts on this?
There's some things we just need to keep our nose out of. And it's obvious that Hollywood does some really stupid shit. And lo and behold, there is a difference between Dumb and Dumber Domestic and Dumb and Dumber the International Edition. And it just seems like the left coast wants to continue to push the envelope and think that they're above reproach. And when somebody steps up and goes, guess what, bitch? We got your home number. Then they realize, oh boy. I wasn't a big fan of this whole concept of the movie anyway. Look, I like movies that are fun. I like movies that do stupid stuff. Hell, one of my favorite movies is Cannonball Run. One of my favorite movies is Caddyshack. These are not Mensa quality movies unless you genuinely can read between the lines and find the genuine humor in there. Same thing with Smokey and the Bandit. There's some things you don't mock. But you've got these so-called writers and directors and producers who think they have brass balls or brass ovaries. Think about it. Or brass boobs. Hey, Madonna, how you doing? No, you're not old. You just aged very nicely. I don't like your politics, but I think you're still cool. Which leads me into this one, which I'm going to take about 30 seconds on this. Open notation to Hollywood. And here comes your obligatory for the week. Stay the fuck out of politics. We don't care about your politics. We really don't. We want movies, we want television shows that are going to entertain us. We don't want a slanted perspective. If I want a slanted perspective, I'll sit back and I'll watch the latest Kirk Cameron movie. Why? Because I think Kirk Cameron can be entertaining. When all the little goofy SOBs out on the left coast decide, hey, we want to do something and pick on religion. We can pick on politics. Guess what? It's going to come back in your face. Not everybody was a big fan of Borat. Never spent the first dime on the franchise. Sooner or later, they're going to learn, and hopefully they learn before our country gets bombed. Wick?
Okay, let me read something that just happened. This just happened 20 minutes ago. This is Deadline exclusive. The chilling effect of the Sony Pictures hack, and this is from Deadline Hollywood. Got to give them their props. The chilling effect of the Sony Pictures hack and terrorist threats against the interview are reverberating. See, they stole my fucking word. I fucking said it, and they used it. New Regency has scrapped another project that was set in North Korea. The untitled thriller, set up in October, was being developed by director Gore Verbinski as a star vehicle for Foxcatcher star Steve Carell. The paranoid thriller written by Steve Conrad was going to start production in March.
Insiders tell me that under the current circumstances, it just makes no sense to move forward. The location won't be transplanted. Fox declined to distribute it, per a spokesman. Regency has other movies with Verbinski as part of a multi-picture deal, and they will focus on them. He moves on to A Cure for Wellness, an elevated horror film written by revolutionary road scribe Justin Haith, and Passengers. There's also a large-scale action comedy scripted by Conrad. The plan was to make 3 films in quick succession. Now they will make 2 that way. So this wasn't going to be a comedy. It was going to be a thriller, but they just got rid of it completely. So it's, it is what it is. There's nothing more that can really be said about it. So December 27th, Seasons Beatings. I mean, these Sony hacks, they were funny at first. They showed a different side of Hollywood and movies.
Well, at first it was more of a comic book kind of
It
jab.
was all about Spider-Man, pretty much. Talking about Angelina Jolie being a bitch.
Right.
It'd been hard to work with.
That's, I thought, was standard. Everybody accepted that fact.
Everybody except for Brad Pitt.
Well, yeah, but
Jennifer
then
Aniston was right.
It turned into this whole huge world.
Yeah, they just kept hacking them and releasing more and more emails. So.
Dude, did you know that Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters turned 69 today?
No, but I saw
We love him.
We saw him sell some comic books on Comic Book Man, though.
From an ice cream truck.
From an ice cream truck.
With a uniform on and everything.
Yes.
It was sad, though, because, all the little kids that were running up for ice cream had no idea who he was.
Only the parents knew.
The parents knew. But it was a great episode.
And how much did he end up making? $3.20 was his cut.
Yeah,
of all the comics.
after the truck rental fees and the uniform rental fees, and how many ways did they split it?
Let's see, Brian Johnson, Ming Chen, Mike Zapsik, Walt Flanagan, and Ernie. So this
he was
5
like,
ways.
take this job and shove it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, I'll keep my day job. So nice to see Ernie Hudson, probably the most underrated of all the Ghostbusters.
Very true.
Exactly.
And let me see. Laurie Holden from The Walking Dead just turned 45 today. Giovanni Ribisi from Saving Private Ryan fame and Avatar turned the big 4-0.
Don't forget Boiler Room.
True. Very true.
I love that movie. That's a good movie. I mean, if you like Wall Street, that's the movie for you.
Emma Bell from The Walking Dead just turns 28 today.
I know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, my dad would know. Like I said, he's 83 and can quote the freaking Walking Dead.
You tell me your character, I'll tell you exactly who the fuck it is.
Don't know the character. I just have my show prep in front of me.
Show prep? You prepped for that? Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
No, I get it in an email.
Well, anyways.
And I've got something I'd like to pass along, and this is according to a brand new survey. Most teenagers actually prefer e-cigs over traditional cigarettes.
Good.
Because it's trendy, not because it's healthier.
No, I think it may be because they can't seem to master the technology of striking a match.
I think that a lot of people are feeling that's a quote-unquote healthier way than cigarettes. So.
I needed the other button. Okay.
It's the crickets. We need that.
I had to get my crickets, yeah.
The jokes you use on Beyond Ringside. You need to have that on call on Sundays. So, Eddie, what does the Beyond Ringside Radio Network have upcoming?
I cannot believe we've already gone 2 hours tonight. I really can't. This show has flown.
10:30 to fucking watch Colbert Report. We got Colbert Report tonight and Colbert Report tomorrow night's the final episode.
Wow.
See, fuck. Seth Rogen was on Monday night.
Yes. I was going to mention
It was
that. I figured you
hilarious.
would.
He was hilarious
They
on that,
showed
promoting
clips.
it. And Stephen Colbert totally fucking sold it, as only Stephen Colbert can. Last night, Angie was introduced to Kendrick Lamar. Amazing. That was an amazing performance. And to be the last
He's a
musical
kid
performance
also.
yet.
I mean,
Yes.
to me.
He's a kid to everybody.
He's
a
an
teenager.
artist. He is.
And I like the fact that he said, I'm not a rapper, I'm a writer. So that
He
speaks
is.
volumes as well.
Well, I'm sorry, Eddie. Go right ahead, sir.
Oh, do me a favor. I do want to throw these one out there in all sincerity. Some very good friends of mine celebrating their birthday today. Daniel Gill, I've known him for years by a nickname of Bob Dole. When I was doing karaoke at Buffalo Wild Wings in the early days, he used to come down all the time. A good friend of mine down in Tuscaloosa, David Smith, also known as the Messiah Professional Wrestling from the third generation of BeyondRingside.com. Baron Von Awesome, Justin Rosenberg, celebrating his birthday today. Justin, dude, happy birthday. Good friend of mine down on the Gulf Coast, Bobby Lewis, celebrating his birthday tonight. There's a bunch of parties going on, and I didn't get invited to a damn one of them, just like I got cheated out of Babyface of the Year.
We also got to say happy birthday to a personal friend of mine in this business, and that's very, I don't say that too often. Brandon McCullough.
Yeah.
Columbine, today's Columbine's birthday. And Brandon McClure, who we're looking at right now, the disabled guy that wanted to be a manager that I tipped over in his wheelchair. That's him.
He had the coolest hair. He had the blue hair, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I really enjoyed meeting him.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be a manager, so I walked out without telling anybody, including him. And PCW several years ago, he said, I want to be a manager. I was like, okay, and I just went and tipped him over in his wheelchair as we were walking out, and you could have heard a pin drop in that.
At the last event, at the last GCW event, right? At Southern Washington, was that where it was? He came to the table, shook everyone's hand.
Oh, no, that's not Brandon. No.
That's not him?
No, that's not Brandon. That's a different guy.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, that's a different guy.
Whoops.
But he has dyed his hair blue. For a while, he did have him in face paint and blue hair.
Wow, okay.
Maybe all the disabled people.
No. I mean, they look a lot alike.
They do look alike. That is
My
so
apologies.
disabilitous of you.
I apologized. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry.
It's quite okay. Live programming will continue tomorrow night, December the 18th, here on Beyond Ringside Sports Radio. Cause and Effect present the Thursday Night Radio Throwdown. Robert Cosper, Stuart Couch, and Mad Dog Dan Sawyer. And you can be pretty much rest assured that as much as we've tried to break late-breaking information on season's beatings, they're going to have even more late-breaking information tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central on C&E. The Saturday Showcase returns on the 20th of December. Can't believe we're right around the corner from that damn day. In advance, since a lot of the shows are not going to be airing next week, I want to go ahead and say for everybody listening, December 25th, a very sacred day to me, so I hope everybody has a great National Pumpkin Pie Day on December 25th. Not kidding. From there, like I said, the 20th of December, Saturday Showcase returns. The trifecta on the 21st, back in full bloom. Beyond Ringside Live, 5:30 p.m. Central. Wrestle Rage Radio with Smart Rage and Stan, I do believe, is returning this Sunday, the 21st. And the brand new edition of the Midnight Black Mass comes back at 10 p.m. Central Time. And on Tuesday the 23rd, the Go Home episode before Christmas. Yes, see, I said it, okay? I can say the word Christmas. Bah, humbug. On the 23rd, and we're actually going to be opening it up for the entire network to come on, and we're going to be doing a combination of things on the 23rd. So tune in, 8 p.m. Central Time for Beyond Ringside Back to Basics, the home of the 10 count. Keep your eyes open on BeyondRingside.com. And for me personally, I'm looking forward to this coming Friday night because we're going to blow it out. Buffalo Wild Wings in Alabaster, 9 p.m. start time. Come ready to sing. Come ready to have fun. Wick, back to you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This being the final The To Be Determined show for 2014, we want to say thank you to everyone that has stuck with us this year. We have had some amazing interviews, and we've had some people on that have not done interviews in years come on. So go and check out BeyondRingside.com for all, well, the ones that we do have up, all of the past interviews that are actually recorded and put up are there. So check us out. Some, of course, on YouTube. Some, of course, are sitting on Eddie's terabyte hard drive he has. You know what, you have a terabyte hard drive?
Actually, I've got about 8 terabytes here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, of Latter-day Saints, that's all.
And I need more. My computer is saying, feed me more.
You have Ryback as a computer?
No, I have Skip Sheffield.
Oh, that was funny.
Thank you.
But this Sunday...
Now, I got to say this because there's some... Every once in a while, this is what I used to love about working with you in Palmerdale. Because every once in a while, I'd get that sniper shot in, and you would have to smile And it's like, I got him. I freaking got him. Because there was that one time in particular, you said something and I said something I didn't think you could hear, and it's like you just spun around on your heels and like, quit stealing my punchlines.
I forgot what it was.
I can't remember, but I was on the floor for 20 minutes trying to get my fat ass back up and sit behind the table.
Yeah, because Palmerdale, you're right there. And
Yeah, I know.
City, you're across the whole gym. So, but this Sunday, Beyond Ringside goes live. This Saturday, Angie, you and I will all be at the Zamora Shrine Temple. Run that down one more time, sir, for the address and the times in case anyone wants to come out and have a great time. And Angie will be signing autographs.
There you go. It is this coming Saturday night in Birmingham, Alabama at the Zamora Shrine Temple, 3521 Ratliff, Ratliff Road in Birmingham. 35210 is the zip code. Doors are going to open at 6 p.m. The bout starts at 7 o'clock p.m. And remember, halftime show by the Harlem Globetrotters. It is this Saturday night, the Southeast Subs Roller Derby charity bout. This is going to be great fun for the entire family. Trust me on this one. Wrestling fans, mixed martial arts fans, boxing fans, contact sports fans, you will have a good time. These people know how to throw down on 8 wheels.
Yes, it's and the fact that they're women beating the shit out of each other, you can't. Come on now. This is going to be amazing. So we look forward to seeing everyone Saturday night. We look forward to seeing everybody December 27th. As of now, I will be on Back to Basics, and maybe we can get Clyde Braddock and Steven Styles on as well. You never know. You never know who's going to show up.
This coming Tuesday night, once again on the 23rd, it's going to be an open invitation for the entire network to come on.
We know Corey's fat ass isn't going to come on. Not unless we give him pudding.
We'll just refluff his Cena bear.
He actually does have one, so.
Oh, and my phrase for the week is...
That man just euthanized a bunny.
You found it. There you go. Come on, Darren Young. Quit fucking around. For Fast Eddie Layne.
Have a great night. Have a great rest of the week. See you tomorrow night, and I'll see everybody at Buffalo Wild Wings in Alabaster on Friday.
For Angie Travis, who is across the room in the kitchen. She said goodnight. I don't know if you heard that. I
couldn't hear it.
And she waved 2 hands, too. She's got hands, and they're waving. I am the Orc of Ominous, the Architect of Intellect, the Wicked Nemesis. Thank you all. Good night, good luck, and as always, leave your year to be determined.